We are the Wicked Lowdown, and you are watching the extended play sessions. What's happening, Fallout Shelter? Hello. We are the Wicked Lowdown, and listen, check it out. This is our very first gig ever. How you like that? All right. So we do mostly all original stuff. That was a song that we wrote together. This is one of the first ones that we wrote together. We wrote it off of a little head that Paul did here, and this is a little instrumental called Lockdown. guys right there. Jeff Berg. All right. Well, that was, we wrote that the very first time we ever got together, because this has been a real weird year. We put this band together before COVID hit. We put this band together, and we were really excited about getting it. We wrote a couple of songs, and we were like, we're going to go kick some ass. And then we were like, we're not going to do anything. We're going to stay at home. And so we didn't get together until somewhere like in, I don't know, midsummer of last year. We finally got together, and we paid for a studio to go record some songs, which we never used. But we got together in the studio, and we ended up writing that song. We did Lockdown. We recorded it for the first time right there that night. And we did a couple other songs. One we're going to do at the end. The other song we recorded that night was this tune right here. And this is a song of warning to anyone who doesn't want to mind their own business. This one's called Mind Your Mind.
I still got
Thank you. Are you good? We're good. All right, we're all good. All right, this one is about this is a little song that Paul and I wrote about consequences. Too fast, you got to suffer those ends. Thank you very much, Fallout Shelter. This place is great. You guys are great. Thank you all for coming out here and spending time with us here. Listen, it means a lot to us. You came out and spent your hard-earned cash to play with this band that nobody's ever heard before, so thank you. Please, yeah, I mean that a lot. That's great, so thank you. Where's Buddy Sullivan? Is Buddy Sullivan here? Let me hear him. There he is. All right, listen, that's my dear friend Buddy Sullivan, and he and I wrote this song together here, and Mr. Jeff Berg helped us out on this one as well. This is a song. This song's called Unbroken. And it's a song about a man who has never been in love and has never had his heart broken. And so he's heartbroken about that. Think about that one. It's a riddle wrapped in an enigma. All right, never mind. All right, here we go. My heart remains unbroken. I love you stays unspoken. There's loneliness ain't joking. My heart remains unbroken. These empty arms remain unclaimed. My wild heart remains untamed. All the reasons remain unclaimed. My empty arms remain unclaimed. By myself, wondering why does love always elude me? On the shelf, keep it till someone steps up to me. Mental health, unbroken ain't the way I'm feeling. All alone, searching for a love to keep me going. Always known this emptiness never stops growing. Time has shown unbroken ain't the way I'm feeling. It's better to love and lose, they say, than to never find love that way. I look forward to the day I say it's better to love and lose. It's better to love and lose. It's better to love and lose. All right. Thank you very much. Unbroken, ladies and gentlemen. That was the name of that one. This next song right here, all right, I'm going to start. I'm going to see how many hip people we got out here. Who's ever heard of the Red Devils? All right. Good. Good. For the rest of you, go do your homework. All right. So my man Paul Size here was in a wonderful band called the Red Devils for many years. And they did a really cool record called King King. It was recorded at the King King out in California. And this is one of the songs they recorded on it. This one's called Going to the Church. We're going to take a short little break. We got some more to go here. Oh, we're going to play some more here. That's right. We get to do our songs over again. All right. All right. We're doing We Hot again. We don't mind that. We like that one. Ready or not, we're coming in hot. Spark that flame, boil that pot. Coming out the maze, set it all ablaze. Catch that ember, let it burn for days. Oh, we're hot! Leave it on night, coming in hot. Spark that flame, boil that pot. Coming out the maze, set it all ablaze. Catch that ember, let it burn for days. Oh, we're hot. Yeah, 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 we're hot. Oh, we're hot. Yeah, 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 we're hot. Leave it on night, got that shot. Aim was true and the round was high. Only need a bit when you got what's it. Fire stays burning 'cause we keep it lit. Oh, we're hot. Yeah, 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 we're hot. Oh, we're hot. Yeah, 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 we're hot. Ready or not, shot that shot. The aim was true and the round was hot. Only just begun, but before we're done, it's so hot we're gonna burn the sun. Oh, we're hot. Yeah, 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 we're hot. Oh, we're hot. Yeah, 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 we're hot. So we recorded a record this last year. We recorded a whole record, but it's not out yet. We're trying to find ourselves some kind of a deal, whatever there is these days for deals. But we do have some. I have some records from my last band called Mr. Nick and the Dirty Tricks. Paul Sives has a wonderful record that he did, and Jeff Berg sings on the whole thing. It's a great record, so please go and check that out. And we have some wicked low-down T-shirts. Everything's $15 and it's back there, so please, buy it. We'll be back in 10 minutes. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Yes. Welcome back, Fallout Shelter. We are the Wicked Lowdown, and this is the extended play sessions. And we want to welcome our very good friend to the stage. I wrote this song, and I wanted her to sing it with me. This one's called Let Me In. This is our good friend Sonia Ray Taylor. How about it? You guys know her.
Thank you.
All right. You'll figure out what this one's about. Let me in, let me in. Tired of snooping around your door. There are some things that should be done. Before that door don't work no more. I know you want what's on your mind. Let me in, let me in.
Come on in, come on in. I see you super around my door. Let's do those things that should be done. Before that door don't work no more. I know I want what's on my mind. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. See you super around my door. Let's do those things that should be done. Before that door don't work no more. I know I want what's on my mind. Let me in, let me
Sonia Ray Taylor, how about it?
I'm out for these guys. Thank you.
All right. That was called Let Me In. Yes. And that one's off the next record. This next one's off the next record. This is a little song that I wrote. This one's called The Push. And this song is about the powers that be that are trying their hardest to get us to fight with each other. These are about the little messages that are trying to get us to argue amongst each other online and all that jazz. So, un Mike und one Checkenstein. All right, I don't know why I said that. All right, German every once in a while. So this is about that. This is about the powers that be that are trying to get us to not pay attention to the big shit that's going on and focus on, fighting about Reese's Pieces and shit. All right. It's on the news, what they used to call the news is getting used. They're cashing more than Q's and Q's. There's talking heads, but they're not just speak the truth. Nothing fake about the truth. We all got rights, and if they got us in their sights, gotta stand our ground. They will never run us out of. Don't you let them have their way. What you do or what you say, or what you find out what they need, make them stop and make them leave. If you give turns out of mine, don't give an inch, don't give a smile, or hold on to your spoonful tight. Fight the push with all your might. Fight the push with all your might. Now push. Push back. Come on now. Here we go again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't you let them have their way. What you do or what you say, what you find out what they need, make them starve and make them bleed. The inch you give turns out of mile. Don't give an inch, don't give a smile, or hold on to your spoonful tight. Fight the push with all your might. 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 Fight the push. Don't let them twist you up. That was another one written by my good friend, Mr. Buddy Sullivan. He helped me write that one. How about it for Buddy Sullivan? Where'd he go? There's one more in here that he helped me write too. Actually, he wrote a lot of it, most of it. Oh, we're good. All right, most of these are original songs. This is another original song. This is a song from the perspective of an addict talking to his disease of addiction. This one's called What I'm Gonna Do. When I was down, couldn't hold me on the ground. Well, I got up and turned that frown upside down. Now I'm back again, try to state my claim. If it don't work, I only got myself to blame. Well, wait until you see what I am gonna do right now. Hey! What I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna. Got knocked down again. Said you were my only friend. Told me you'd be with me until the end. Hallelujah. That's another Buddy Sullivan right there. All right. We're going to do one right now. This is one of the only other cover tunes that we do. We did the Rev Devils tune earlier, and we're going to do one right now. A bunch of people have done this, but the version that we do is most kind of closely related to Snook's Eaglin version. There's a little tune called Wella Wella. Walla, 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 baby love. Walla, 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 baby love. Walla, 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 baby love. I wanna know way in advance, do I have a chance with you? Tell her, tell her, tell her, tell her, tell her me, baby love. Tell her, tell her, tell her, tell her me, baby love. Tell her, tell her, tell her, tell her, tell her me, baby love. I wanna know way in advance, do I have a chance with you? If you wanna be my baby love, come on and let me know. If you wanna be my baby love, just hurry up and tell me so. Walla, 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 baby love. Walla, 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 baby love. Walla, 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 baby love. I wanna know way in advance, do I have a chance with you? If you wanna be my baby love, come on and let me know. If you wanna be my baby love, just hurry up and tell me so. Walla, 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 baby love. Walla, 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 baby love. Walla, 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 baby love. I wanna know way in advance, do I have a chance?
That's a great tune.
I concur. All right, we need props on this one. Sorry, we got props. Hang on a second.
Are we doing it early in the morning? We should probably do that. Yeah. Why not? After this, let Paul go crazy. I don't know. We should do it early in the morning after this, too.
Okay, I like it.
All right?
No. We'll do this and take a break and then maybe later.
Okay.
Okay.
And then leave it?
Okay.
Oh, I forgot.
No, we're gonna do this.
I forgot. Maybe do.
Okay, we wrote this song last year, sometime before the election, and I'll let you figure out the rest of it. Goes like this. Slowly. Liar. Cheat. Thief. Nitwit. Grab him by the, grab him by the, grab him by the. Get the racist. trumpets. Fascist. Grab a bottle. Grab a bottle. Grab a bottle. Get the out. Grab a bottle. Grab a bottle. Grab a bottle. Get the waiter. Wanna be gangster. Sociopath. Charlatan. Clown. Grab a bottle. Grab a bottle. Grab a bottle. Get the. Thank you so much. We hope you had a good time with the Wicked Lowdown tonight. If you didn't hear anything here tonight, please don't elect fascist morons. Hear that? We love you. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time. Good night. Mom, I made a mess. I made a mess, Mom. I gotta put these all back in order for the next show. That's what Paul was saying. Paul was saying, we gotta do it over. I was like, listen, man, we got through that one. Oh, thank you, Bill. How about it from my friend Bill Hurley, everybody? Yes. Bill used to be the president of 95 North Records, and we did a record with him many, many years ago. It was a lot of fun, and he treated me really well, and I've always remembered that, and I've always thought he was a great guy, and I love what he's doing here. So I love that you come out and support this thing, so please come out and support it as much as you can. All right, this one's about a woman who I used to hang out with a lot. We spent a lot of time together, who was out of my league. This one's called Oh Lena. Oh, 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 Lena, why you so mean? I know you'll never be my queen. Well, why you got to be so mean? Oh, 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 Lena. Thank you. It sounds like you'd like another one. All right. I think we can do that. We're going to do one of my biggest heroes. Is a little Junior Wells tune for you. The age of 18, she began to think she's grown. That's the kind of little girl you can never find at home. Come see me early in the morning, baby, about the break of day. You ought to saw me hug my pillow where my baby used to lay. One drink of wine, 2 shots of gin, 2 shots. Little girl, help put me in the shape I'm in. Come see me early in the morning, baby, about the break of day. Well, you ought to saw me hug my pillow where my baby used to lay. Passed by the juke joint, I peeked through the door. She was doing the boogie woogie in the middle of the floor. Come see me early in the morning, baby, about the break of day. Well, you ought to saw me hug my pillow where my baby used to lay. See, we can play quiet. One drink of wine, 2 shots of gin. Little girl, help put me in the shape I'm in. Come see me early in the morning, baby, about the break of day. Well, you ought to saw me hug my pillow where my baby used to lay. Tell them about it, Paul. Jeff Berg on the guitar, Mike Lai on the bass, Nick Toscano on the drums, Paul Size on the guitar. My name is Nick David. We are the Wicked Lowdown. Thank you so much. We hope to see you again soon.
We're going to bring the guys back on, do a little Q&A, so stick around. And make sure you grab a poster from tonight and stick around for the interview.
1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. We gotta make room for Mike so you guys can go check. Hey, hey. B, 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 B.
Check, check, check.
B, B.
Check 1, 2. Check, check, check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Good. People that think Reese's peanut butter cups are the best peanut butter cups have literally never eaten a different peanut butter cup.
That's why he said it. What do you want me to do with this? I got one over here. I have one, yeah. This one's for
We're
you.
missing a bass
This one's
player
for you
though.
guys.
We'll have to just we'll phase him in.
Give it to Mike.
Where's Mike Law? Mike Law. Get over here. We got work to do, son. Mike Law. All right. Take this hot ass jacket off, too.
All right, Mike.
I just learned it. Watch this.
Nice.
Everybody says that. I don't know what's going on with that, but fine.
All right, here we go. Nick, grab your mic. Grab your mic. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to just say that was as fun a night as we've seen in here in a long time. Definitely the loudest first set we've ever had. I never gave out more.
Listen, I apologize. I'm sorry. I should have. Listen, I should have warned you beforehand.
I tried.
But listen. You guys stuck it out. So, congratulations to you for making it through the set, and thank you for sticking around for it, as loud as it was.
And I blew a bass speaker before we even started.
How come your mic's louder than mine is?
I destroyed.
That's what I want to know.
I destroyed a bass speaker.
He did. Listen, that's how loud this band is. Before we even played, he killed a bass speaker.
So when I wrote up the description on our ticket site about this band, just judging by who was in it, of course, hadn't heard anything because never played live before, but I said this will be one of the most formidable bands in Boston. And after tonight, I'm absolutely certain this will be one of the most formidable bands in Boston. This was an incredible show. The amount of talent on this stage is, it's immeasurable. So congratulations, this was one hell of a show.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you.
Let's
We're
talk
glad that we could do our first show here.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, let's this your first Fallout Shelter experience. What'd you?
Not our last. Definitely not our last. Yeah.
Oh no, you're family now. You're part of the family now.
No, we were family before that.
We were.
All right.
Well, I got to tell you this. Many years ago, 2005 maybe, we did a record. It was the first and the only time in their entire 103-year history that General Motors ever endorsed a record. It was a little record we did up in New Hampshire. It was called Finn's Chrome in the Open Road. It was a tribute to the Cadillac. And we went down to Florida to film a TV commercial for it at the Cadillac Museum. Nick came down there with me, got a little carried away the night before in the casino.
I made money.
We showed up a little late for that shoot, I remember, but we did this great commercial, and we did an absolutely incredible record. And you were the first song on the album. Remember that?
How could I forget?
Yeah.
Listen, there was a whole bunch of really heavy people on the record, man. It was Little Milton. It was the last studio recording Little Milton ever did.
Charlie Musselwhite.
Kim Wilson.
Yep.
Monster Mike Welch.
David Maxwell.
Maria Muldaur. Rory Block.
Rory Block. And Rory was one of the people, well, everybody, basically. I sent everybody that we asked to be on that album, I sent them all a list of all of these Cadillac songs. And everybody was like, I'm not gonna do that. If I'm gonna do a fucking cool record like this, I'm gonna write my own Cadillac song. And most people wrote their own Cadillac songs. Rory Block wrote her own song. Maria Muldaur did Solid Gold Cadillac. But anyway, so just to tell the story of how Nick and I met many, many, many years ago, and
So we filmed a commercial down there at the Cadillac Museum. There was a commercial for the CD. Like, you know, they used to do like, hey, man, is that Freedom Rock? Well, turn it up. You know, like those commercials? Well, it was one of those commercials, but it was for this thing. And we went to this Cadillac Museum, and they had all these. It was unbelievable, man. That museum was unbelievable.
Yeah.
There were all these facades of different things. There were hundreds of antique Cadillacs. And they had all these facades, like there was a movie theater facade with all these Cadillacs parked in front of it. And there was a gas station facade with all these Cadillacs parked in front. And then there was a
diner.
There was a car dealership.
Yep.
There was a beach scene. There were all these different cool scenes with all these cool ass old Cadillacs. Anyways.
Yep. So let's talk about origins here.
Yes.
All right. Are you the start of all of this? Or is this something that a couple of you were together, or?
Paul and I started writing songs, so we wrote Olena, which was the second to the last tune we do.
Loved it.
And we wrote Mind Your Mind. We did those together, and then we've been talking about doing a band together for a long time, and we started writing those songs, and we were working with a friend of ours, Nick Adams. He was helping us kind of go through the songs. And then when it came crunch time to like put a band together, these are the three guys these were all the first guy that we called, and they all said yes. And we were like, oh, fuck, we got a band. Internet world. I was like, we got a band.
Yeah, Nick called me up and he's like, hey, so I got this groovy idea. How about we start a band with Nick Toscano on drums and Mike Law on bass? And I just went, those guys are available to do anything? So I got really excited, especially with Nick, because he's just so damn good.
Guys want to take? Yeah. So coming into this, now you get the call. Now you're coming into this.
I guess the next part was that we needed a second guitar player, and me and Mike were both like, duh, Jeff Berg, and these guys were like, oh yeah, okay, and then it just it came
so
together.
So this isn't a project. This is a band.
It's a band. We got to listen. You heard the record. That's our record. Everything that we did tonight, other than you did 3 cover tunes. Other than that, that was the record that we made. So it's a record, and we're trying to get it out there, and we're trying to do a thing. We're trying to make a stink.
About the origins, I have a great voicemail from Paul Size, and he sent me a voicemail, and he said he played a little track just with him and his guitar, and he said, get your shit together. And Toscano and I were on a gig, and we were listening to it. It was like, what the hell is this? It was like an off-time, ridiculous thing, and I just loved Paul's phrase, get your shit together.
And now every time we listen to him, we're like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, and that's about the origins too, but I got to throw in, we recorded the record at Jeff Berg's house.
Listen, man, he's the MVP. Dude did everything. Jeff Berg's got a great studio, and he engineered it, and he played at the same time, and he helped produce it, and he just wore all kinds of hats and just kicked ass at all of it, and never balked about anything. He was just a solid badass all the way through it. So
he's put more work into this band than anybody, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Jay Biscuits.
Nice.
Jay Biscuits.
So now you got a band. It's pre-COVID. You got a band together. You got a record, and then the bottom drops out of everything. Did any of you feel you weren't going to come back from that? Was there ever a moment where you thought,
This kept me into it.
Really?
This definitely kept me into it. I almost backed out of the band. I never told Nick or Paul this, but I was so busy. I have a 2.5-year-old, and I had so many gigs, and I was working, and then I got laid off from my job because of COVID, and I said, let's do it. So this was kind of like the shining star for me with all the drama.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So thank you, Nick, for having me and Paul.
Did you think that maybe we wouldn't come out of
I
this?
didn't know what was going on. I just was like, what? You know, and it's like, really? You know, like they're doing this like in public? And then I was riding, transportation. I was taking a subway to work to Watertown from Tewksbury. And people were wearing masks, and then it just got real. It got real quick, and then I was getting told to wear a mask, so I put my mask on, and yeah, I didn't know what was going to happen. I was just kind of watching the news, and I quit work. They had the same thing. We had to all stop work, but then went back once it started getting opening up again.
Yeah, and now we're facing, a second pandemic of people that refuse to go out and get vaccinated, and it's craziness. Jeff, did you have your moments during COVID where you thought?
Sure. But it's a testament to the guys in the band that there were times when we couldn't get together. Like, we have families, and we were locked down, like the song goes, and so it was a testament to like friendship that we kept in touch through the whole thing, kept trading ideas on tunes, and we'll find a time to record. There'll be a time when we can make it happen, and eventually, we went in with. Finally, last summer, we went in with masks, and in a relatively small space, but everyone was safe going into it, and we were able to make the record, and then come out on the other end. So I don't know if I ever thought it would never happen, but it was just we kept communicating through the whole thing. And
there was a runaway train. Like at one point there was just no way it could stop, because we all recognized how special it was. Like we all got together at Jeff's. There was a while during the pandemic when we couldn't get together at all, like Jeff said, but after a while we were starting to come out of it enough where there was like a little bit of an evolution of our get-togethers. First it was out on his back patio, masked up, outside. Okay, let's rehearse some tunes. Then it was, okay, let's go record. And so we were inside recording like a couple people at a time instead of all being together in
With
there
masks
masked up,
on.
with masks on. And then finally we reached a point where we could actually lay down some tracks and start rehearsing for this gig, actually unmasked. And it was like, wow, look, we're all together and we're unmasked, we're all vaccinated, check us out. And then finally, once we had this gig booked, we heard the tracks coming out that we recorded at Jeff's, and how good they sounded, and I think that was the point of no return. It just, it was too good to stop,
To extrapolate on the difficulty of this band getting together, I just want to tell you that I live in Merrimack, New Hampshire, and Paul lives in Georgetown, Massachusetts, and Mike lives in Hartford, and Nick lives in Providence, and Jeff lives in Worcester. So we went through not only just trying to get through the pandemic, but trying to get 5 guys from hundreds of miles away from each other together at one point, all with families. We all have kids, all of us. So we all got kids. Some of us have wives. We all have families. So it was a very difficult thing, but we recognized how good what we were doing and what we are doing is. And we were like, nah, we got to make this thing a priority, because we're going to try and do something.
That's hilarious. Some of us even have wives. That's hilarious. We all have kids. Some of us even have wives.
Yeah, some of us have ex-wives. Yes, that is true as well, yes.
So
Musically,
speaking
Some
of
of us
wait,
just had kids.
yeah.
We were like, fuck it, I want a kid. All right, never mind.
So Nick reminded me of a story. Speaking of the loudness of the band, I happen to live like a quarter of a mile from where I grew up. My parents are still there, and some people that I grew up with still live in that neighborhood. So like, yeah, it's about a quarter of a mile away. And after our first rehearsal, they started asking when we were going to rehearse again, and they'd hang out on their decks a quarter of a mile away to listen to us rehearse. So you guys did well, like hanging through the whole thing. Yeah.
Listen, it's no small feat. I know that there was a whole bottle of earplugs over there, and they were this full, and now they're this full. So, and I don't blame you.
Musically, this is a real kind of a throwback. You know, this is like you know, you pull a lot of stuff from like that, you know, that late 50s sort of blues, but then it's got that kind of 90s feel to it. That there was a lot of that kind of happening in the late 80s and early 90s. The Paladins is a great example of it. And there were a lot of bands, especially in Southern California, that really had that kind of, you know, the Red Devils was another one that was a really great band. I mean, I'm sure there's probably the Red Devils CD is in my collection over there. But this sort of disappeared for a while. And now, I mean, this could be a real movement. You know, musically, this is something that I haven't heard anything like this in a while.
A friend gave me the Red Devils record. I think it was Ryan Hart, who us three have all played with. And Ryan's such a great guy. Turned me on to a lot of music. He gave me this record, and I heard it. And I called him at like 2 a.m. after he gave it to me, and I was like, what is this? And it was Paul, and he was 19 years old, and it was the loudest,
the baddest motherfucker, like at 19.
It was
like bad to the bone.
It was the loudest, most soulful stuff I've ever heard.
I'm telling you, you know what I'm talking about with that movement of this style of music. You know, and the blasters, a lot of stuff that crept out of that Southern California, that thing for a while. And then it started, there was a little bit of it that kind of climbed out of Milwaukee and Madison. That area had a little bit of a moment with it, but this was a Southern California, almost like a Bakersfield kind of a sound, not the Bakersfield twang sound, but this is a sound.
Yeah, it's got something very cool and slick about it, but honest. And like, look, we're here to make music for you, and we want to have a good time, you know.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's got, but we also, there's a little bit of an edge to it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's not going to be too nice. And
We're not polite. That's it. We're not trying to be polite.
No, not at all.
We're trying to say some things. We're trying to tell you some things.
Yeah, you had cards that showed us a really. That was you were telling me a lot of things. I already knew them, but man, I really wanted to see somebody say them besides me on Facebook. So, anyway, what's next?
We're trying to get a record deal. You know, we're trying to shop a record out. We have the finished record, and we're just trying to get it out there. We're trying to find somebody that wants to pick us up and put something behind us to get us. We want to go. We want to go do it. We want to go play music for people all the time. All the time.
Well, you got a bunch of really great content coming out of tonight. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that, man. Thank you very much for that. We're going to use that to help us fuel things off. Listen, I just want to say something to these three guys, because I know how surreal it was for me, but how fucking crazy was it to play Going to the Church with Paul. Just, listen, man, that's heavy. That was heavy to me. Like, I looked over, and he was, that's the tune.
Yeah.
You guys did it great too, by the way. I mean, I just could close my eyes.
It was great. It was great. Well, want to thank you. This was a
Thank
great,
you, Bill.
great
Thank you,
night.
Bill, and thank you all.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, I do want to just take a moment to say when we had our little pre-show talk, I told you about this audience. They will pick up on those subtle things. That harp solo in Early in the Morning. I mean, when you just brought it down and you could hear the rumble from the back of the room, it was just like, oh yeah, everybody knew. Everybody knew what
They
they
were
were
just, they were just
You
happy
guys
that it was
can't be
fucking
fooled.
quiet finally. They were like, thank God.
Well, anyway, I'm psyched to have you back. I'm really, really excited to see where this goes. I'm completely on board. Anything we can do from this end, I'm completely on board with it. We'll get this product turned around for you real quick. And, if
Listen,
I can.
we'll set up another one of these from a couple months from now. We'll come do it again if you guys want to
I'm
do it
in.
again.
I'm in.
We'll write some more songs
Yes,
and we'll come
sir.
back here and do it again.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here
Thank you.
tonight.
Thank you,
so
everybody.
much. Thank you all.
All right, before you go, I'm going to give this one to Paul. Paul, you go back all the way back to the sound booth, and you say, Connor, roll the credits. No, on your mic. On your mic.
No, just look at there's a camera back
Oh,
there.
I thought I had to go all the way.
No, you do it from here.
Hey, Connor, roll the credits.